Today on Sugar Spun Run, we'll be making cheesecake sugar cookie cups. Hey Sugar Spun Bakers, Sam here, and today I am so excited to be sharing another carefully tested, well-researched, and perfected recipe. Today's recipe is actually one of the oldest on my blog. I think I created it 7 or 8 years ago. There were some things I didn't super love about it, so today it's getting a refresh, and I think you are going to love this version. To get started, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now in a large mixing bowl, we're going to combine 1 cup of softened, unsalted butter with 1 cup of granulated sugar. And you could use a stand mixer for today's recipe, but I'm going to be using an electric hand mixer. And we're going to beat the sugar and butter together until they are creamy, and light, and fluffy. Next, we'll add a large egg and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and we'll stir these in until they're well combined. All right, once everything is nicely combined here, we'll set this aside, and in a separate mixing bowl, we'll combine 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and 3/4 teaspoon of table salt. Whisk these together until everything's nicely combined. Then we will gradually add them to our butter mixture while stirring on low speed. I like to add the flour in about 3 parts. Just stir until we have a nice uniform dough. All right, we are going to be baking today's cookie cups in a mini muffin tin. I recommend scooping the dough by a level 1.5 tablespoon of dough. And you could just drop this directly into the muffin tin, but what I like to do is just roll the dough between my hands to make it nice and smooth before I place it in the muffin tin. This is just going to give you neater, more uniform edges to your cookie cups, but it's not necessary, and it does take a little bit more time, and it's gonna make your hands messy, so just a heads up. Now, when they come out of the oven, the indents will have risen, and you're going to be like, well, why did you even make me do that? Trust me, it's going to make it so much easier to re-indent the cookie cups the second time around if we do it before they go in the oven first. So I like to use a rounded, this is a 1/2 tablespoon, a teaspoon would work, you may even have a tablespoon that would work as well. And I'm just going to use it to indent the cookies and make a nice little cavity or well on the top. To keep the dough from sticking to the teaspoon, I like to just dip it in a little bit of water, and I'll also wipe off the back of it with a wet paper towel to get off any cookie dough that sticks to it. We'll just go through and make a nice crater in each sugar cookie. All right, we'll take these over to our preheated oven where they're going to need to bake for about 17 to 19 minutes. I like to cook them just until the edges are beginning to turn a light golden brown. While they're cooking, go ahead and clean your measuring spoon because we're going to need this again in just a minute, and you don't want to use a dirty one that was in the raw egg cookie dough. All right, so our cookie cups are looking pretty good, nice and golden brown, and as you can see, the centers have pretty much risen all the way back up to the top. That's fine, and it's expected, but now grab your 1/2 tablespoon again. You do not need water this time, and we're just going to go around and re-indent each cookie cup. So be generous and firm when you're making those wells because we are going to be filling these with cheesecake batter. So the deeper your wells, the more cheesecake you're going to get in each cookie cup. All right, these are all prepped, but before I can go any further, I need them to cool completely. I like to let the cookie cups cool for about 15 minutes, and then I'll carefully remove them from the baking pan onto a cooling rack so they can cool completely. Helps speed up the process a little bit. The easiest way to remove them is just to gently twist them in the pan, and then they should lift right up. All right, while our cookie cups are cooling, we can go ahead and begin preparing our cheesecake batter filling. We're going to begin with 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. And I'm just going to use my electric mixer to briefly beat this until it's smooth and creamy and lump-free. Next, we'll add 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and we'll stir this in until it's nice and smooth as well. Next, we'll add 1 tablespoon of sour cream and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we'll stir these in as well. Now in a separate mixing bowl, we are going to use some clean beaters to beat 1/3 cup of heavy cream to stiff peaks. Let me show you what this looks like. They should be nice, full, fluffy. The texture should resemble Cool Whip. Now we'll combine the heavy cream with the cream cheese mixture, and we're just going to use a spatula to fold everything together until we have a nice, smooth, uniform batter. This is our cheesecake filling. You could use a spoon to dollop it into the well of each cheesecake cookie cup, but I am just going to put mine in a piping bag. Just makes it a little easier and a little tidier. Now our cookie cups have cooled completely, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill them up. Now for the final touch, you're going to want to add some fruit on top. I like using berries, blueberries and strawberries are great, but I do not recommend adding the fruit until just before you're ready to serve. I'm gonna decorate mine right here. And that is how you make these super cute cheesecake filled cookie cups. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe, and if you try this one out, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I always love hearing from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. You wanna help me? Mm-hmm. Okay, we have a guest star. Do you wanna take the first bite? Mm-hmm. Can I help you? How is it? It's a little bite. You like it? Mm-hmm. Can I try it?
Yeah.
That's really good, isn't it?
Good.
I think you guys are gonna like this one.